Hey, what's going on there, guys? Ysu here. I'm recording this for the GoPro customer service. And so we have here GoPro Hero 5, as you can see right there, with its case. I guess it's just a skeleton case. And then also the selfie stick, along with the USB Type-C charging port, and also I guess data port. Alongside it is the Sony FDR X1000V. This was my camera that I was using before I got this. Alright, so I've been using this primarily for my moto vlogs and everything else. The only thing was I didn't really like the underwater shots that this one took with its stock case. You needed to buy a $50 dive door to get it to, I guess, give decent video underwater. So I got this as a gift right here, GoPro Hero 5. And here's what happened. I've been using it for other shots. Works great. I love the interface. It's a touch screen back here, and you can also scroll through the modes. I guess when you're underwater, it shows their mode right here, and you can use these buttons to get through scroll through the modes and change your shot style of your shot. This door opens up the USB Type-C port, and I believe it's a HDMI. I'm not 100% on that. And then down here is the battery compartment along with the SD card. So what happened was the kids were in the pool and they wanted to, take underwater shots. So I said, all right, let's go for it. Because outside of this case, this thing is supposed to be waterproof up to, I believe, 10 meters. Or somewhere around there. I forgot. It's not that deep. It's not supposed to go that deep. I don't know if it's 10 meters, but I didn't take it anywhere near 10 meters. And I'll show you why. This was the first underwater shot I was trying to get in this pool right here. So literally, took this camera, went in this pool, took it about that deep at first, which is about 1 to 2 feet deep, and all of a sudden I heard a beeping noise, and so I pick it up, and in the back, that's where I saw it, it said SD card error. And so I opened up this compartment here, which was closed, and I know for a fact it was closed because this thing is a pain to open up. I mean, it's supposed to be watertight. So there it is. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this seal. As you can see, there's no dirt or debris. And even on that, you can see this camera is pretty much practically brand new. First time in the water ever. And so what happened was, I thought it was the SD card itself that was too slow for the recording mode that I had it on. So just to double check, I pulled the battery out just like this, and I took it out, and the sun chose a bad time to go down. Right about there, I saw a couple drops of water. Just a couple drops. And so I took the SD card out, and I was really very surprised, actually. And so I dried it up, and then I let it sit for a couple days. And because it was in a freshwater above ground pool, and you can see the water's very clean, it didn't do any damage to the camera itself. In fact, this camera works perfect right now. Okay, close that there. We'll turn it on, and you can see it starts right up. And right now, those are the settings. 1080p. So touch it right there. And video. Oh, video plus photo. Okay. Go back. Right there. Let's change the resolution to 4K. There you go. I think I didn't. That's okay. Well, as you can see, it still works. Okay, let's go back, because I want to show you that. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. Okay. 2.7 4K. There you, how come? Oh, it's not supported at 60 frames a second. I got you. Okay, so it's the frames per second that I gotta change first. So let's go to 24 and then change the resolution to 4K. There you go. Wide mode. Let's record. There you go. There's no error. It's recording perfectly fine. I don't know how well you guys can see that. No problems. It's perfect. Saving. There you go. We can review it. There you go. There's no error. It's recording perfectly fine. You can see the front there. No water at all. It's 1000% dry in there. Okay. So man, I'm still, to be honest with you, I'm still learning how to use this. But anyway, you can see it works. Let's turn it off. There you go. 100% working, absolutely fine. However, my dilemma is, now that I know that I took it in this pool, fresh water, thank God, because if it was salt water, it's over. Now I know that this camera is no longer waterproof because I proved it to myself. And I don't know if I want to risk getting it damaged by taking it in that water. So where does that leave me? Okay, so here's the steps that I took. I went online and I researched water leaking into GoPro. And surprisingly, the GoPro support page popped up, and I read a few accounts of these GoPros having that same issue. So I emailed customer service because my time zone is different from the GoPro office hours, so I had to email them. They weren't open, and I waited. It said give them 24 to 48 hours. I gave them 72 or around there. I know it was after 2 days. So I sent another email, trying to follow up. And then finally I got impatient and I called. So when I called the customer service agent, she told me, oh, we don't cover water damage. And I'm like, okay, first of all, it's not water damaged. You guys saw right here, it was completely dry inside this battery compartment along with the SD compartment. It recorded 1000% fine. The touchscreen works perfectly. Everything works 1000% perfect. I'm just afraid that it will get water damage. So what I was asking her was, okay, how are you going to help me out? Are you going to replace this? Or, and, the fix to me at this point is either replace it or at least give me a waterproof case so that I can make it waterproof. Because to be honest with you, this sound quality on this one, guys, it just still doesn't compare to the Sony Action Cam. Does no comparison. Absolutely none. Watch all the reviews, and I hope GoPro's working on that. So underwater shots, sound doesn't really matter to me at all. So if they send me housing or replace the unit, it's absolutely fine. The only other problem that I have is that I don't think I can find the proof of purchase. However, this is absolutely a GoPro product. I got it as a gift. So the person that I got it from can't seem to find the receipt. So what's the next step? Do I have to prove this is a real GoPro? I shouldn't have to. With a company and branding like this, and with all their marketing, I would think that they would be absolutely happy to help me. Okay. I did have an issue with my Sony Action Cam. This was the old camera that I had, the AS100V, and back then they were very, very helpful from the beginning. I mean, no questions asked. What's wrong? We'll give you a solution, and they really helped me out. So in the meantime, I actually made the jump. I now am going to be the owner of the new Sony Action Cam because of my experience with this. And if GoPro customer service doesn't help me out, I am absolutely going to let you guys know. And if they do help me out, I will absolutely let you guys know as well. Because guys, every manufacturer, Sony, GoPro, doesn't matter. They all, they're not all 100% all the time. What makes a company really reputable though is if they take care of their customers with their products. Which means if I go buy this camera, or I receive it as a gift, or I have a Sony Action Cam, legitimate Sony Action Cam, they will support their product 1000%. And that's what makes me gravitate towards that. I'll give you an example, and I hate to give the secret away, but well, I won't get into details, but there's a brand of tool that you can buy that has an absolute amazing warranty. It's not the best. It's not the best. It doesn't last the longest, but it has an amazing warranty. And so I always advocate that brand, because even if it breaks down on you and it doesn't last as long as the others, you bring it in, you get a replacement, no questions asked. So how can you beat that? They support their product 1000%, and because of that, they kind of make a high quality product. It's not junk, but it's not, I wouldn't say it was top tier. It's like right underneath the way top. And then you got your other brands that have limited warranties because it's not at that quality level, so they don't want to waste their money on warranties. So that's the dilemma I'm at right now with GoPro. I've already experienced Sony customer service, absolutely excellent. So we'll see. I'm making this video to prove that this camera is working. It's absolutely dry. There are no problems with it whatsoever. I will also provide a screenshot of the serial number, and that version I will only send to GoPro. But other than that, like I said, you know, let's just open this thing up right here. And you can see. I don't know how well you can see that. Everything is 1000% good to go. Except for this thing leaking. That one time. The first and only time I brought it in. You know what's really sad was, you guys all know from my other videos that I truly advocate the Sony action cams because of the sound quality and the image stabilization. I was so excited that this one had image stabilization added to its firmware, and I was so excited because the menu is very, you know, well thought out and very easy to use. And then that happened. Then you know, just my dealings with the customer service person, it just, I don't know, I didn't feel comfortable that I was going to be taken care of just by that conversation. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to be taken care of. It's just my initial first impression. So we'll see. This video is for them right now, and I will publish this afterwards and give you guys the result of the I guess the inquiry after I get the feedback from GoPro, and I'll just make it one inclusive video. So pretty much they'll be getting this first version. You guys will get the direct feedback, and it will be published so that everyone will know out there what to expect if they pick one up and they have the same exact problem. So you guys know the steps and what to do and what the options are, because you know I don't know what the options are. Like I said, the camera's fine, works 100%. I'll be totally satisfied if they just send me an underwater dive case so that I can make it underwater capable. I don't really need it to go underwater without the case. That's not my priority. But we'll see. All right, guys, stay tuned.